Okay, rolling. What brought us here today?
Well, I think funny enough, just seeing there's a sign over here which is beware of dangerous game. What brought us here basically is I kind of sometimes think that sign should just have one species on it, Homo sapiens, and say beware of the Homo sapiens. So all the lion and elephant and rhino in this reserve can keep an eye out for any Homo sapiens on foot and just watch out, because we're here mainly to try and get a feel for the day-to-day lives of the men and women of the Amphalosi anti-poaching unit, and just to see what these are the guys we're tasked with protecting a crucial species, and we don't really understand what they go through. We expect a lot of them. I just want to get a feel for are they paid well? Are they looked after? I mean, we've designed and made boots for them, the refugee APU boots. But where else can we help them? And just to bring a little bit of awareness to exactly what they have to go through, and the lengths that they're willing to go through in their dedication to the species, because it must go way beyond just a job.
When you originally had the idea behind the safari store all those years ago, did you picture you being in a situation where you could make such a difference to not only conservation but people's lives?
Well, I must admit, when I started the safari store, I didn't even know that I'd have my own clothing range. So things have kind of evolved pretty quickly. But I've always, I mean, the whole safari store idea came from a conservation background. So conservation has always been close to my heart, and obviously anyone who's involved in safaris has a vested interest in conservation. Without all this, without this splendor around us, the whole industry disappears. And I think it's kind of evolved as the company's got more and more successful into we should be doing something more. And the whole idea is I've taken a step back and I've looked at what other companies are doing and met with the guys at Amphalosi and Shushlui, and just I've realized that a lot of people are doing stuff more just from a marketing point of view. And so it's almost like a gap in the market. Ask the guys the question first, what do you need? And have it user driven rather than marketing driven. And I think that has always kind of been what's now got me going, got me excited. You can donate a whole lot of things which are absolutely useless. And it might look good on your spreadsheet and look good for your investors, but if it doesn't actually help these guys who are walking miles and miles every day, then you're wasting your time. And that is why I'm up here, just to see exactly and really appreciate what they do.
What is actually special about the Amphalosi Park?
Well, there are obviously hundreds, thousands of projects across Africa. But what kind of gives me tingles is the whole history behind Amphalosi and Shushlui. So there's obviously two different reserves that came together. But what people don't realize is that this is Africa's oldest game reserve. It's a reserve that has got tremendous history. It's got a tremendous history of conservation, and probably the biggest contribution it's made as a reserve is obviously preserving the species which are meant to be in this area, but through Dr. Ian Player. I mean, it's pretty much single-handedly this reserve is responsible for protecting white rhino and black rhino from extinction. I mean, there were no other southern white rhinos left in southern Africa apart from in this reserve, and through sheer guts and determination, driven by Ian Player, but obviously with a much bigger team, they managed to turn that ship around. Now, unfortunately, that ship is going very, very close to a rocky reef, and my whole philosophy is that if we can't protect this reserve, this last bastion of where rhinos were, if we let this reserve go, and if we don't protect what it can protect, rhinos as a kind of sort of a pioneer species. We can't even protect rhino. What chance do we have of protecting any other species? They're pretty obvious species to protect. There's nothing difficult about them. But if we lose this battle, I fear for the conservation models across Africa. On the other hand, working with the guys like Jabulani is and starting just with those boots, the refugee APU boots. My dream is to develop a model here, involving the community, all the buzzwords that people always use, but really trying to find something which is grassroots and develop a model which we can then roll out in other reserves. I mean, it's starting with like 1 grain of sand at the moment, but I'm hoping over time, the winds will blow and we can make a sand dune. We can actually make something out of this. Make a model which actually works, which really fundamentally works. And my only fear is that we're probably going to fail. So this is our first step.